Hey guys and gals, welcome to Space Engineers. The purpose of this episode is to let you guys know I'm going to be gone for a few days. Typically I record on Mondays. I'm not going to actually be here on Monday, so I might not actually get recording out for maybe like a week. I might do something Wednesday morning and maybe hopefully get it up Wednesday evening, Thursday, but I just wanted to point that out. That's the purpose of this episode. Kind of the second purpose is to join a random unmodded world, just to kind of show a little bit off about how to get started in multiplayer. I wish that the world, they just had a quick update, and the world that I've been playing multiplayer actually hasn't been updated yet. So I can't join it. I don't know if they took it down for the update or what's going on, but so for now I'm just going to join this and just basically just point out, hey, this is how you get started in multiplayer. Now I play multiplayer very differently. I play multiplayer single player style. I don't like people. People take and steal and break and explode your stuff. I like to get a nice hidden base going on where nobody knows where it's at. Actually, I rush to get FTO drive and then, do a couple jumps out in the middle of nowhere, start my big base there, and then use FTO drive to jump back to where everyone else is, or over to wherever anyone else is. And that way, if we want to do that group, like raid a pirate base or something together, that's awesome. I love doing that. That's fun. But I never want them to know where my base is. I want no one basically to find my base, because let's be honest, people are jerks, and it would probably be the jerk that finds my base and destroys it or takes everything and something like that. So for now we're just gonna roll with what we have here. This does not have a speed mod, and I found a room specifically for that reason. And I will let you know here shortly. But the ship, I don't like the planetary landers because you're stuck on the planet with everyone else if they go on the planet. If you do the respawn ship, yes, you're stuck in space with everyone else, but space is much bigger than the planet. And so now, this respawn ship is the best one. It has a refinery, assembler, it has everything you need. So just respawn ship number 1. If you've played Space Engineers before they had planets, this is actually that's the ship that everyone started with. So we'll do this. Now what's going to happen, it's going to happen kind of quick. We're going to start out in the Earth's atmosphere. So first and foremost, what we want to do is, right now we have inertia dampeners on, and they're trying to keep us up, and they're doing a good job. But what we want to do is we want to angle up, turn off the inertia dampeners,
ship fuel low,
and use the 4 ion thrusters to push us out of the atmosphere. The reason why we're doing that with the inertia dampeners off is, with them on, it cuts power, and we go to power usage overload and all that fun stuff. So now what I like to do is, see, my fuel time is like 12 minutes, 11 minutes, 13 minutes, something like that. It keeps going back and forth. I like to come in here. I'd like to grab my forward thrusters, save them, thrust override, max.
ship fuel low,
I also like to come in here and grab my assembler, my grav generator, the lights that we don't need, oxygen generator, refinery, make those all secondary power. Oops. Turn them off. And then I like to come in here to my group and grab my forward thrust group. Increase thrust override and decrease thrust override. I'm going to decrease it until until my speed starts dropping. As you can see, the fuel time of 11 minutes is now 20 minutes with all that stuff. I'm using less fuel. My power usage is 40% instead of like 90 or whatever it is, and I'm still actually gaining altitude. And I'll continue to gain altitude until, or I'll continue to gain altitude, and I'll even gain it quicker. Oh, that was odd. As the planet gravity drops, I'm essentially I'm essentially getting lighter and lighter. It's taking less and less to boost up.
Ship fuel.
I don't know why I'm like maxing out at 75 meters a second. That's very weird. Even with like the max. I don't know if they have some weird mod on this server or something that like decreases the max speed. But yeah, so this is kind of best way to escape the planet. Is anybody even? No one's even in this game, so that's good.
Ship fuel low.
I also like to put my secondary power down here. I mean, I can toggle it on. And it doesn't do too much as far as my power usage goes, but hey, it helps. Every little bit helps to conserve energy. And when you're first starting out, you really want to conserve energy. Now I'll do this, and I'll hit the 100 meters per second cap here. Like I said, I don't know, I can't hit that cap. It maxes out at 70, like 75, 77. But anyway, I'll do that, and then I will turn my inertia dampeners off.
Ship
They already are off.
low.
And I will float for a very long time. You know, maybe go make a sandwich, get something to eat, bring it up and eat while you're floating, watch some TV, I don't know, do whatever, float for a very long time. To where you get a good distance away. I mean, I don't really have any suggestions as to how far, just that's use your own judgment. The farther away, the harder it is to find you. People could still get lucky and find you, but you know, you don't want to make it easy for them to find you. But yeah, just kind of,
Ship fuel low.
I don't know why my speed's like maxing out at 77. I've seen an 80 in there. This is weird. This is a very odd server. I don't understand that. But anyway. Yeah, we want to escape the planet's gravity. With using as little fuel as possible. We only have 2 uranium ingots. So we want our first order of business after we find the asteroid. We want is to hopefully find one with uranium.
Ship fuel low.
Also, when you're doing your secondary power, do not put the medical room under that. Medical room needs to stay on all the time. Because if you die, you're going to spawn at this medical room. If you turn it off, like, oh, I'll turn it off, I'm not planning on dying, I'll turn it back on before I log off or something like that, you might die and then you're out of luck. So that's just an FYI.
Ship fuel low.
It's so weird. I think I don't know, this server is like whack. I'm gonna try to get completely stopped here. But as you can see at this point, this is where I would get the 100 meters per second and just float for a while. So I have 16 days of fuel time. When I turn everything on, I have 20 hours when I turn secondaries on. So just as an FYI, for me, when I don't get to play every day of the week, maybe 2 days I pick to play, and then I'm kind of done
Ship fuel low.
for the week. If I would log off with my fuel time only at 20 hours, then yeah, that's so weird. I don't understand. And the next time I don't get on, my ship would be dead, and I wouldn't be able to spawn at the med bay. So it's good for me. Yes, I have played on a multiplayer server before, and I've logged off, and I've come back on like a week later, and none of my stuff has been touched. It was great because I just went out and I hid. Obviously, it's always possible that somebody find your stuff. Inevitably, that's going to happen. But hey, it's multiplayer. That's what it's the risk we run for playing on a multiplayer server. The good thing about multiplayer servers is you can group up with people. People, if people want to play with you and they want to like raid some pirate bases, you can raid some pirate bases, and maybe you guys will discuss amongst yourselves and split the loot and stuff. Who knows? It's really up to you, and whether you trust people or not. But sorry, text message. Yeah, if you find somebody that you think you can trust, and you guys raid some pirate bases together, and they're cool, you're cool, you don't steal each other's stuff, you guys both, work together. Hey, maybe you make a friend that you play with for a while. I don't know. Now I'm getting all mushy, so I'm gonna go back to I hate people and I try to steer clear of them. But so this is what I do. I'm going to this asteroid just to kind of show you guys a little bit. I would never settle this close to the Earth, but I would never settle this close. But I just want to show you guys a little bit about what I do to get started. If there's an asteroid like this that's close by and you want to pass by this asteroid on your way to on your long journey to find an asteroid way out there, away from everybody else, pass by a couple of asteroids if they're close and see if they have uranium. Grab some uranium and toss it on in your refinery. I mean, that can never hurt. Having extra uranium never hurts. This server is very weird, though. I would not recommend this server.
Ship fuel low.
Like, my speed is just, it's weird. I don't know if it's like lag. I'm not going to risk flying in there for sake of my ship. Normally I would fly inside the asteroid to kind of hide a little bit, Now, that's why I turn off my gravity generator. Now, really quick, this hint, and actually I do this when I get to 0G environment, but I get the blackest of black Remember, you hold that shift, you click the middle mouse button, it paints several blocks at once. And I paint everything black. It's harder to see against the blackness of space if you do it this way. So that's just a little trick for you guys who might be new. You know, I mean. So let's see. I come in here. I'll probably, when I'm starting my base, I'll fly in here. Obviously, I'll get some iron. I'll get some ice. I think this is ice. Yeah. I'll get some ice, I'll get some iron, and then I'll start making my base. I'll try my hardest to find uranium. I don't see any around here. I think I'm lagging though. Yeah, I'll try my hardest to get some uranium. It's so weird. He has the speed like turned down or something. I don't know. It's very odd. Very, very odd. But yeah, I'll look for some uranium and get uranium. Now, just as an FYI, this ship, I don't see that on this server. There is no temporary ships get deleted, but sometimes on servers, that does happen. Temporary ships will get deleted. There's a trick to that, to not letting them get deleted. I'll show you a little trick here. What you can do is, typically you probably would build a base anyway, but you can build a base. It could just be something like this. It doesn't have to be this. It doesn't matter. What you do is you build a merge block. So you'll connect to this side. You'll build a merge block on your ship somewhere. It doesn't matter where, really. Just make sure the connection end, the end with the point sticking out, is facing the direction that's the side that's going to connect to your merge block. And then you need to power it. So whether you do a battery or, you know, you might put a reactor on it, doesn't matter. And then once that happens, you take this ship and you merge it. And then you can just disconnect. And once you disconnect that merge block, this ship will no longer be deleted. It will, the temporary tag will be removed. It won't be temporary anymore. I'm not even hearing like sounds. There's something going on with this. The server's odd, but so your ship will be yours forever. So you can use this ship. You can add on to it. Something that I really like to do after I hand mine materials is a lot of times I'll take this block out and I will put a conveyor system over, and then I might go up and then over and connect it right into here, a conveyor tube. And then right here I'll put a drill, and then I'll come out of the top with a 90, a conveyor tube here and a 90 here into another drill, and actually use this ship to mine. You get so much ore so quickly, because it's not like on the planet where your entire ship has to go down in a mine shaft just to get things. As you can see with this asteroid here, it's all on the surface. Well, it's in the asteroid technically, but you can fly in here and just get all this iron and ice and stuff. And most resources, like 99% of resources on an asteroid, are like that. So, I mean, there's no point in setting up drones to drill through it. Now, later on, when you're, you know, after you have tons of materials, yeah, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can have this thing have 50 drills on it and just bore through an asteroid, get like an entire asteroid just gone in a matter of seconds if the server allows it. But, you know, that's between you and the server admin. If he wants, you know, if he or she wants the, you know, allows you. I guess some servers have a rule for the amount of drills you can have attached. I've not met one, but I don't make huge drill ships. Um, but I've heard that some servers do. So just keep that in mind. Don't want to break any rules.
Ship fuel low.
Wow. That obliterated that thing. Look at this big chunk. Oh, I guess I got hit by something. By debris, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, so that about sums this asteroid. Wow. That about sums this episode up. Hopefully you guys learned something. I went through it kind of quick, but it was, you know, somewhat important, I believe. Just to kind of help some people who might be new to the game out. You know, if you're new and you're not quite sure how to start, or you know. But that's a good way to get started, is doing that. You know, go way out somewhere. Get started on an inside of an asteroid, hidden a little bit away from. Oh, look, there's an atmospheric lander. There's somebody else. See, again, on these servers, these public servers like this, that's how it is. It's, you can just run into another person just by accident. Like, Mars is a huge planet. Bam! I just ran into somebody, and it was somebody else's lander. Now he's not even online. He should have turned his beacon off. I should have showed you guys that. But in the atmospheric lander, there's a beacon that is called atmospheric underscore lander underscore mk.1. That beacon will broadcast this like 20 kilometers or 10 kilometers out. You can broadcast up to 50. I turned that off like almost immediately for two reasons. One reason, it broadcasts your location and people will be able to come and find you. The second reason is it draws power. Pay attention to my hydrogen here. I'm pretty much done with the episode. I'm just gonna check out this lander. I figure I'll keep it recording. If you guys, you know, if you guys liked it, enjoyed it, learned something, awesome. I'm happy. If you want me to cover something else, like, hey, this happened to me in multiplayer. I am by no means an expert. I am not an expert. But you know, I try to help if I can. But yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here. I'm gonna keep recording. I'm gonna get over to the lander and see what's over there. I'm not gonna mess with the guy's stuff. I don't want to be a jerk. I might not even survive this. I don't know. The speed is weird. Don't want to run out of too much hydrogen, you know. But yeah, I am going to end the episode here. I'm just gonna keep recording. If you don't want to watch it, fine, that's fine. You're not gonna miss anything. The episode's over. I just want to check out this guy's thing. If this guy even did anything, he might not have even have done anything. I may get over here. You might have set up a turret, and I might die immediately. Who knows? It looks like the respawn ship in this server does not get deleted. Although I don't know if anyone would really want to play this server because it's crazy. The speed's all weird. It feels like I'm lagging. I don't know. It doesn't really look like this person did anything. It looks like they landed here and that's it. Did they even get out? The door is closed. It's hard to say whether they got out or not. Access denied. Wow, this is weird. Did they do anything? Doesn't look like they've done anything. They haven't shut anything down. They maybe landed and they might have been like, oh no, I didn't want to do this. Weird. Okay, well, see that, that's what happens. Access is denied. I'm curious. I want to see if they... So basically when you hack into something, if the access is denied, you can take it down below that red line and just repair it again, and all of a sudden you have access. It doesn't look like they removed it. Oh, they removed the solar panels, I think. Nope, solar panels are still there. I think it looks like they landed and then just abandoned this thing altogether, but... Oop, out of hydrogen. I'm not going to mess with their stuff, though. Actually, I'm mess with anything at all. Good as new. Alright, well, they're going to have to rehack this. Hopefully they know how when they get back on, if they get back on. But, yeah, this is weird. I'm, like, bouncing around. It's very odd. So, alrighty, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you learned something. Again, questions, comments, leave them below. And hopefully that you guys will, survive out there. Survive out there longer than I did my first time playing. But, yeah, until next time.